Sita-devi namo namaha. Tulasi Krishna preyasi namo namaha. Namo namo Vraja Krishna Seva Lila Vilasi Namo namaha. Seva pai kripa koi Hare Vrajavasis Krishna preyasi
Krishna Yadavaya Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namah Govindaram Shri Madhusudan Giridhari Gopinath Radha Mohan Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Gupta Hari Guru Vaishnava Bhagavata Gita Jai Rupa Sanutan Bhakta Raghunath Raghunath Jai Gosai Kari Charan Bandhan Raja Paran Jai Gosai Kari Charan Krishna Nityananda Radha Kuntari Gora Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare Oh Hari Bol 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 Jai Jai Sita-devi Kesavashita Paridevi Satrapajai Namo Namaha Prasindhu Bhyavita Karam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Ki Jai Ki Jai Bhaktivedanta Van Maharaj Ki Jai
Everybody come. How do you sit?
Harikatha.
Huh? Good? You are so happy, huh?
He wants initiation, Maharaj.
Very nice one.
He's from ISKCON. He's come.
Draupadi boy. Your name? Tom. Huh?
Tom. T-O-M.
Yeah. Bhakta. Hare Krishna. Huh? Yeah. Okay? Okay, everybody come. Hari Bol. Very happy to see you.
Harikatha.
Okay, how are you? Good?
Harikasha, Katha, Vrshabhanu, Harikatha.
How are you? Good?
Yes,
Huh?
thank you.
Do you live in same place or different?
Same.
Same. Okay, I will go your place. Huh? Good place. Oh, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Okay, your
This
daughter.
is my daughter, yeah.
Ah,
Kalindi Dasi.
Kalindi Dasi.
Yeah.
Are you your sister?
She's in India.
Oh, she's India. Where?
They're in Govardhan and Vrindavan. I think they'll be in there in Kartik.
Okay. How is your mother, father?
My mother, she passed away
How is your pastor?
about 2 years ago, two and a half years ago. My father's okay.
Okay.
You okay? Haven't seen you for a long time.
Yeah, because Corona, so we did not. No one called me, so I did not come. Corona is Corona, eh?
The world stopped. Well,
Okay.
welcome back.
Yeah. You? Good? You? Okay. Or your harmonium? We have one song then. Huh?
Mahabhishadam Harikatha, Harikatha Mahabhishadam.
This is my slogan. Eh?
Yes.
Where is it? Here? Very good night. Huh? Biryani. Huh? Maharaj, take me watch, come.
Would you like to sit?
Thank you very much.
Would you like to sit? Stand.
Gurave Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadale Krishna Bhaktaya Tadabhaktaya Namo Namah Agena Timirandasya Ganachana Shalakaya Shaktiman Jena Tasmai Shri Guru Panchakalpa Trivasya Kripasi Duvega Chapakitna Kavnebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Ram Prabhujantam Napetam Vetkrityam Gatayam Viraha Katarjo Bhava Putre Kitanmaya Kayatya Nidisam Sarvatirinam Krishna Bhakti-avinam Maharalaksha Kipakramaya Dhamma Kipamaya Jamshana Panam Vrinde Namaste Shanam Vrinde Namaste
I was going to set the mic at the stand.
Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Subsequently, first of all, and the Guru Last and pronounce the Guru Param Param Lila of Krsna Vishnu Parashvara Sati Srimati Radhika and Vrshabhanu-nandini Maharaj. और कुछ लाख सत्संग और प्रणाम्स जो हमारे गुरुओं का गुरु परंपरा है, गौड़ीय वैष्णव गुरु संप्रदाय, जो Lotus Feet of Srila Gauravani Goswami Maharaj, Srila Bhaktivedanta Goswami Maharaj, Srila Bhaktivedanta Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada, Srila Bhakti Keshav Goswami Maharaj, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Goswami Prabhupada Jagadguru. Tonight after my pranam again and again, let us say our Prabhupada. Amara Bhaktivedanta Maharaj is very mercifully come here to give his darshan to all of us. I also offer my pranam to all the devotees here, Mantri Brinda, Vats, and the Prabhupada disciples here, offer my respects to you especially. So fortunate we are to be in the association of the devotees of the Lord and to come together to perform the Kirtan of Sri Hari with joy in our hearts and great expectation of the merciful nature of the Supreme Lord, Bhagavan Sri Hari. We know the means to attain the mercy of the Lord is only one principle, is the sadhu sangha, that the Lord expands as his devotees and he travels continuously throughout the world and this way he enlightens the world. Bhaktis tu bhagavat bhakta sangena prajayate satsanga bhakti purvi purva sukriti sanjayate. So to have the opportunity to be in sadhu sangha, to be hearing and chanting the names of the Supreme Lord in pure association is very rarely attained. It's a very great fortune. And those who have done this, those who achieved this, have done this after much endeavour in previous lifetimes. Purva sukriti sanjayate. And this is the method by which we are able to attain the mercy of the Lord. And we know that. I've just got a few points here I wanted to make by the mercy of Maharaj, if he likes me. He likes me to say something. Krishna Bhakti Janma Mula Hoy Sadhu Sangha. Krishna Prema Janma Tena Punamukha Anga. That even if one person has started to develop the symptoms of love of Godhead by the practice of the sadhana bhakti, which matures into rag bhakti, even if in a mature stage, the thing that maintains that tenopuna, again and again, mukha anga, that limb which is the main part of that sustaining that bhakti is also sadhusanga. Because the root cause of Krishna bhakti is sadhusanga. Even when one's dormant Krishna prema is arising, sadhusanga is still the most important principle in spiritual life. And there's so many examples of this throughout our history of the Rupanuga Gaudiya Vaishnavas who follow Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And we know just in our own instance that, in fact, being with Maharaj, we're very fortunate. Our Pujapad Maharaj Shri was born in Bengal in a Vaishnava family. From birth he's been exposed to the Hari Kirtan, the association of Mahaprabhu's Lila and his pastimes and Nam-bhajan. And his uncle was a very senior sannyasi disciple in the Devananda Gaudiya Math, and Maharaj was initiated by Prematura Srila Bhaktivedanta Goswami Maharaj, who was a great guide, a guiding light in the discipleship of Srila Bhaktivedanta Keshav Maharaj, one of the three great pillars who maintained the preaching of Prematura after his departure in 1968. And Srila Maharaj developed and displayed a great deal of compassion as an acharya, he gave mercy to even the poorest and the simplest people. He travelled all over Bengal to give his darshan and support to so many people who weren't the richest people, but he didn't discriminate between rich and poor, and he gave his mercy freely to all those who had sincere hearts. And he cooperated with Srila Maharaj and Supreme Gurudev Srila Bhaktivinoda Swami Maharaj to maintain the service of the spiritual master after the departure of the spiritual master. After the spiritual master departs, our Swami Maharaj, Bhaktivinoda Swami Maharaj, has written that it's the greatest calamity for the disciples when the Guru leaves this planet, because so many misunderstandings will arise, so many difficulties, so many miscommunications will be there, and it will be very hard for the devotees to cooperate in the order of the spiritual master. But those who do their very best to try and cooperate and take to heart the injunction of Trinada Pisli and Shuna, Durvasa Rishi, in the line of Mahaprabhu's instruction, they will be successful in spiritual life, because it's only by that toleration and cooperation and that hope, like a chikora bird is waiting only for that raindrops from the Sati Nakshatra moon, he's able to sustain his life by the hope. So even in a difficult condition, the devotees sustain their life by the hope that the mercy of their spiritual master and a Prematura will come. And tonight I feel we're fortunate that Maharaj has come to us in Uddhava. Some of you were able to go to Brisbane and see him, but some of us were unfortunate and we don't have enough bread to go there. But tonight our fortune has arisen. It's a very, very wonderful occasion, and we thank him again for coming. And as I was thinking about this topic today, what is sadhu sangha, I was reminded of the pastime of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu when he first, second time he was able to meet Srila Rupa Goswami Pad. Mahaprabhu had been to Vrindavan, he was travelling back along the main trunk road, and he spent time there in Prayag, which is Prayagraj, the king of all Tirthas, the confluence of the holy Jamuna, Ganga and Saraswati. And it's a place where the Ashramedi Bhaktas there, the Lord Brahma did many, many sacrifices in previous ages, and it is the most holy place in India, Prayag. So Mahaprabhu was there, and he met Rupa and Sanat. Just after Mahaprabhu arrived, and Rupa and his brother Anupam arrived there, and they're able to see Mahaprabhu, and they're very, very happy. Mahaprabhu was very happy to see them. Mahaprabhu immediately inquired about the welfare of nation of Sanatan, and Rupa explained that he hadn't met Sanatan, he was waiting to meet him, but he heard that he was imprisoned by the Qazi in Bengal. And Mahaprabhu assured him, don't worry, soon your brother will be released and we'll all be together. So then shortly after that, there's a very famous Rupa Diksha was spoken by Mahaprabhu to Sanatana to Rupa Goswami in that temple that Ashramedi got. But when they first arrived, Rupa and Anupam, they were also greeted by Vallabhacharya. And Vallabhacharya was there, and he saw Mahaprabhu, and Vallabhacharya was very attracted by Mahaprabhu's deep moods and refinement and his brilliance and education. And eventually what happened when Rupa and Sanat arrived, they came to offer pranams to Mahaprabhu and then to Vallabhacharya from a distance, from some meters away. When Vallabhacharya saw them, he saw they were also very beautiful sadhus, and he walked to approach them. And immediately they retreated, and Rupa Goswami made a gesture, don't come near us, we're very fallen, we're unfortunate. So Vallabhacharya was surprised at this, and what happened was that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, excuse me, I'm just getting a bit of inspiration here. He said, Mahaprabhu said, at this point, he said, Ino nasparsha, Ino jati yati hina, don't touch him, they're from a low caste. He said, Vaidika, Jajika, Tumi Kulina Pravina. He says, you're a great Vedic, and you perform many sacrifices, and you're from the aristocratic class, so you shouldn't go near them. So, Vallabhacharya took a hint from this. He was understanding Mahaprabhu's mood. And Mahaprabhu was using this to illustrate the great humility of Sri Rupa Goswami and Anupam. And then, the teaching is in the fact of how Vallabhacharya replied. He said, Dunar mukhe nirantara Krishna nama shuni, bhattakahi prabhu kichu ingita bangijani. So he's saying, you're saying they're fallen, but actually I'm hearing the holy name constantly vibrated by the two brothers. So Vallabhacharya could understand the hints of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the real glories of Sri Rupa Goswami. And then he says, Dunera muke Krishna nam kareji nartana, eduya dama nahi hoi samudama. He said, since these two are constantly chanting, Dunera, two of them, muke Krishna nam is in their mouths, kareji nartana, they're constantly chanting the holy name. How can they be untouchable? Edui adama nahi haya samudama. They're the highest devotees. They're so exalted. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very pleased by this. And then Vallabhacharya, he quoted a couple of slokas here, which are very, very significant. And he said, Aho bhate sapacho togariyam yat shivagri vatate namatupyam tapu tapab te juhu vu shashno arya brahmanucho namugriyanti ete. So this is from the third canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. And the devotee is playing, my dear Lord, how wonderful it is that one who always keeps your holy name on his tongue becomes greater than an initiated brahmana. Even though he may be born amongst the sapachas, the families of dog eaters, he is still glorious. This is the wonderful effect of the chanting of the holy name of the Lord, and it is understood that one has performed. That person has understood all types of austerities, sacrifices, they've bathed in all the holy places, they've studied the Vedas thoroughly, they're actually Aryan. So this is the point of view. And then Mahaprabhu was very pleased to see the response of Vallabhacharya, and then Mahaprabhu also quoted so many verses from scripture which supported this point. And he said, Mahaprabhu said, Suchi sad bhakti ditagni, dagda dujita kalmasha, sapako pi budai shlapyo, naveda yo pi nashtika. He said, a person who has the pure characteristics of Brahman, due to devotional service, which is like a blazing fire, it burns to ashes the reactions of all sinful activities and all those things from past lives. That person is certainly saved from the consequences of sinful acts. And such as taking birth in a lower family, even amongst the sapachas, the dog eaters, and all the people in the West have eaten hot dogs, so we don't have much to be proud about. He is recognized by learned persons. Although one may be learned in Vedic knowledge, he is not recognized if he is an atheist. He may be very learned in Vedanta and Vedic ritual. He may know all the 6 darshans, he may know the six Vedangas, he may be so highly educated. But if you're not a devotee to the Supreme Lord, if your heart doesn't melt when you hear and chant the holy names of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then all that learning is actually a waste of time. Just as when Mahaprabhu returned from Gaya to his students, and he had the most astonishing transformation. Before that, he was a proud and very flamboyant young scholar. He had so many students following him. But then, after he met his Supreme Guru, Vishwara at the holy place of Vraja, he had a complete transformation. And then he started to experience the deep moods of ecstatic love of God, embodied in the form of Srimati Radhika's bhars and other bhars. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came back to Navadvip and he had a total transformation. All he wanted to do was transmit the pain in his heart of separation, of love and separation, that he held in his heart in the form of Srimati Radhika. And the Vaishnavas were astonished at this. And then they came, his students, Mahaprabhu, remember, he had his own toll of Sanskrit from age 11. And he was regarded as one of the top scholars, the topmost scholar. He was the king of Navadvip. Even elderly scholars, they retreated from Nimai Pandit because they were afraid to debate with him. So when they came, the students came back to see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. They said, oh Prabhu, you know, we are students. You want to come back to school and please teach us again. And Mahaprabhu simply looked at them and said, you should go now and find another teacher. I cannot teach you these things anymore. This Nyaya, Vyakara, and Jyotish, all these things. I can't teach you this practical, ordinary, materialistic system of knowledge. And they said, but you're our teacher. We're so attached to you. We've only learned from you. We don't want to leave you. And Mahaprabhu said, very well then, take your books, come with me, go to the Ganga, we'll throw our books into the Ganga, and then at this point in time, you should simply chant the names of Sri Krishna, Govinda, the darling of Mother Yashoda, and take to Hari Haraye Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha, Yadavaya Madhavaya, Keshavaya Namaha, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
So
Hare.
that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu inaugurated the Sankirtan movement like this. And this is his mercy. So that person who is actually attached to the Supreme Lord is the one who is very dear to Krishna, not a person necessarily highly educated. And then he also said, Suchi Sadbhakti Ditagni, Dagda dujati kalmasha, sapakopi udai shlagyo, navedagyo pinashika. A person who has pure characteristics of a Brahmin, due to devotional service, is like a blazing fire burning to ashes. Bhagavad Bhakti Hinasya, Jati Shastram, Japastapa, Apranasyeva, Dehasya, Mandanam, Loka, Ranjanam. So Bhagavad Bhakti Hinasya, the person who is devoid of bhakti, Jati Shastram, Japatapa. He might be born in a great saintly person, a great saintly family, or he may have performed a lot of tapasya, austerity, he may have knowledge of real scriptures, he may have so many qualifications, but all those things, that penance, is apranasyeva, apranasyeva dehasya. It is only the decoration of a dead body, the mandanam of a dead body. Such ornaments simply serve the concocted pleasures of the general populace. Mandanam, loka ranjanam. So if you're very highly educated, you're very erudite, you're very attractive, you have so many good things to present people about the materialistic welfare as a politician does, you can actually attract the population, convince the people, and they'll follow you. But to find a devotee in this world is very, very rare. I remember my Guru Maharaj saying once in Navadvip, he was speaking, he said, just remember, you may go through your whole life in Amat, but just to find those people who are really following Gurudev's mood, who really understand Gurudev's mood and want to follow him, there might be just 2 or 3 who will meet in your whole life. And he also said on another occasion, if you have a time in the month and you might just be able to find 2 or 3 people who will actually share your heart with honestly and openly and reveal your mind. And he also said out of the whole world, there might the people who really understand Sri Rupa Goswami and can explain his Tattva Siddhanta, the teaching of Sri Rupa Goswami, which is the topmost mystic expression of the entire universe. He said maybe you can count them on your hand. And Gurudev was one of those people. So we're just very fortunate to be in this line, to have had the association of our Guru Maharaj, great personalities like Srila Gopalabhatta Goswami Maharaj, Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada, and also now we're here with our Maharaj, Bhaktivedanta Maharaj. Gurudev left so many empowered sannyasis behind him. He said, I will leave them all, they'll preach around the world, and they will carry on his mission of spreading the pure Tattva Siddhanta of Sri Rupa Goswami in the line of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And we pray that one day we'll be with them in the Kunj, during the Kunja Seva, waiting eagerly to render service to the Manjari Sakhis who are there, ready to Srimati Radhika, and we will be in the youth of Srimati Radhika, in the Gana Lila-Devi, under the Anugacha of Sri Rupa Goswami, in the association of our beloved Guru Maharaj. Thank you very much. Srila Gurudev Ki Jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Pyari. How long will be when you finish?
Any time, Raj. Up to you.
Huh?
Plenty of time, no worries.
And then the devotee will go back to take prasadam.
Now it's 7:30.
You
can go for 8:30, 9. Up to you.
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock.
No, Raj.
9 o'clock. Not today?
9:30.
Oh, no. It's good, man.
Okay, we'll sing one song. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Pyari. You can sing.
Excuse me.
How long you sing?
Jaya Kunja Bihari.
Jai
Yashoda-nandana Vrajajana Vrajana Yashoda-nandana Vrajajana Vrajana Samunashina Manajari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Vihari Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudeva. Jai Gaura Hariba, 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 Jai Gaura Hariba.
Jai Jai
Shri Radhe,
Jai Jai
Shri Radhe,
Jai
Jai Shri Radhe.
प्रकाश जी दूसरा तो बोलो स्पीकिंग वर्ड गुरवे गौरचंद्राय राधिकावै तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्ण भक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः नमो महावदन्नाय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्रिसे नमः हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोस्तुते तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रियम्। ॐ कृष्ण भक्ति प्रदे देवी सद्वद्गै नमो नमः भक्ताभिहीना अपराधलक्षै हिताश्च कामादितरङ्गमध्ये कृपामयि त्वां शरणं प्रपन्ना वृन्दे नमस्ते चरणारविन्दं वृन्दे नमस्ते
Radha-vrinda, vrinde namaste, charanara-vrinda, vrinde namaste, charanara-vrinda, vrinde namaste, charanara-vrinda.
Bhajami Radham Arvindranetram Smarami Radham Madhurasmitasyam Vadami Radham Karunavaratram Tato Mamanaste Gatirna Kapi Samasundara Sukanda Sekhara Smirhasa Murali Manohara Radhika Rasikamam Kripandhe Shakpriya Charana Kinkarim Kuru Sambhidata Sanatyanam Vibho Prarthaye Brajamendranandanam Ostu Mohona Tavati Vallabha Janma Janmani Madeshwari Priya Pranata Vrshabhanu-nandini Sri Mukhabjarasa Lolasata Pada Radhika Padatariktapasthite Tam Bhajami Rusikendra Shekharam Vamsi Vibhusita Paranavamiradavat Pitambaradurna Bimbaphaladrishtat Purnendu Sundara Mukhat Arvindranetrat Krishnat Paramatattam Kimopi Aham na jani Krishnat Paramatattam Kimopi Aham na jani Navijache Rajyam Najaganakamanikam Navivam Najajang Ramang Sadajanakam Varavadhum Me Sada Kali Kali Pramadapati Nadilacharito Jagannatha Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatu Me Jagannatha Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatu Me Adevi Kaku Gadgadayadvacha Jachini Pate Bhuvi Dandavadhutarte Asya Prashadamudasya Janasya Kritva Gandharvike Nijagane Gananam Vite Angasya Palivichakamandi Kirani Varamajacham Yacho Puroroti Sampatnam Varasasya Vindarana Nivasam Idra Saddhari Damodaram Radha Sandhaniveshru Jalo Bhujam Dhyanim Sudamodaram Tavaivasmi na jivami tayavina Iti vigyayante radhe Tamanayami charanam tike Srupa manjari karajita pada padama Gushandana bhujarvita mastakaya Hamudata kanaka gauri padaravindam Sanvayani Sanakai Stabake Karishe Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Radha Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Srila Bhaktivedanta Goswami Maharaj ki
Ki
jai,
jai.
Srila Gurudev ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
First of all, offer my humble, respectful obeisances to the feet of my spiritual master Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashtutara Sadhus Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Srila Vrshabhanu-nandini Maharaj Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashtutara Sadhus Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Srila Vrshabhanu-nandini Maharaj. Simultaneously offer my humble, respectful Dandavat Pranam, Lotus feet of Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashtutara Sadhus Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj, Srila Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashtutara Srila Guru Govinda Goswami Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Rakha Siddhar Goswami Maharaj, Prabhu Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj, Bhakti Vigan Bharati Goswami Maharaj, and Param Pujavasya Paramarthi Maharaj, and all senior devotees and all Vaishnavis, and presented all of my respectful guests. So just I want to speak few words. Almost time is over. So long time you are waiting here, and all you are chanting and holy names and dancing, glorify pastimes of Krishna, and because Maharaj very nicely and elaborately explained about the association of sadhu. Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Shastri Koi, Lapamatra Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Siddhi. And just one moment and a half moment. Then you will associate sadhu. Then you will attain your highest perfection. For this regard, all the revealed scriptures, Ved, Puran, Upanishad, everywhere glorified about sadhu sangha. Krishna bhakti janma moon hoy sadhu sangha. The root cause of Krishna bhakti, that is called association with sadhu. But who is sadhu? What is the symptom of sadhu? What is the qualification of sadhu? There are many kinds of sadhu also. Bhaktivinoda Thakur in Jaiva explained many kinds of Karmi sadhu, Jnani sadhu, those who are acquiring the knowledge, how to merge in Brahma, they are called Jnani sadhu. Bhakta sadhu, and different devotees of Lord. Especially 5 types of devotees of Lord. That is called Jnani Bhakta, Suddha Bhakta, Premik Bhakta, Prempar Bhakta, and Prematura Bhakta. Sanatana Goswami Pad in his Grantha, Vrshabhanu-nandini, explained there are 5 types of the devotee of Lord. Jnani Bhakta, who is Jnani Bhakta? Prahlad Maharaj. It's called Jnani Bhakta. Suddha Bhakta, Ambarish Maharaj, who engaged all his limbs and body served to his Sita-devi. Karu Karu Hari Marjanadisu. Ambarish Maharaj, he engaged his hands to grooming the floor of Thakurji and cleaning. Karu Hari Mandira Marjanadisu. In this way, Ambarish Maharaj is called Shuddha Bhakta, pure devotee of Lord. Premik Bhakta, Hanuman, he always servitual. He is called also Kinkaram. What is his name? Kinkaram. Kinkaram means, Sanskrit word Kinkaram means, Aham Kim Karami, Aham Kim Karami. Always thinking, how will serve my Ishtadev? How can I fulfill the desire of my Ishtadev? And for this regard, he is called also King Kar. Sevahi Parama Dharma. Always engaged, served to Lord. Ramachandra. Hanuman, he has Nishtha. Nishtha, understand? What is Nishtha? Steadiness. With his Ishtadev, Ramachandra. Srinathe Janaki Nathe Aveda Paramatmani Tathavi Rama Kamal Ruchana Mama Sarvasya Jivana. Hanumanji is saying, Srinathe Janaki Nathe Aveda Paramatmani. I know the Tattva Siddhanta. There are no difference between Krishna and Ramachandra. Both are called Paramatma Tattva Sparsa. Lord is one, who resides in the heart of all the living entities in the form of Super Soul. Paramatma, who lives in your heart. Paramatma, Super Soul. Sinate Janakinate Avida Paramatma. Tathapi Rama Kamalochan Mama Sarvashta Jivana. Hanumanji is saying, but Ramchandra is my heart and soul. Ramchandra Nishtha. He has so much Nishtha, steadiness with his Ishtadev, Ramachandra. So many Lilas, Hanuman. Once Lakshman joked with Hanuman. Once Mother Sita-devi, she gave one very valuable necklace to him. Then Hanuman, he was chewing and cutting and throwing. Then Lakshman told, hey, you are monkey. Monkey means he does not know the value of this gold. Value. अदरक क्या बंदर क्या जाने अदरक के साथ हिंदी से बंदर क्या जाने अदरक के साथ monkey does not know the taste of the ginger, just cutting and throwing. So that means is what Hanuman, he does not know the value of these jewels which offered by Mother Sita-devi. Then Ramchandra told, hey Hanuman, Lakshman, don't joke with him. Ask him, why did he cut and throw? When Lakshman asked this question to Hanuman, Hanuman is saying, I am looking in here, everywhere is Ram or not? Everywhere Ram Sita or not? If it is not Ram Sita, I will not accept. Then Lakshman asks, in your body Ram Sita? Body, of course. If not Ram Sita, I will give up my body. Then Hanuman just opened his chest. Then Ram Sita comes. Bolo Syavar Ram Chandra ki jai, jai jai Shri Radhe. So for this regard, Hanuman, he is called Premik Bhakta. Understand? Always absorb his study. Always chanting here. Bolo Siya Ram, Siya Ram, Siya Siya Ram. Sita Ram, Sita Ram, Sita Sita Ram. Jai Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Jai Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Jai Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Bolo Syavar Ram Chandra ki jai. So Hanuman, he has Nishtha with his Ishtadeva Ramachandra. So much steadiness. For the Hanuman, he quoted this verse. Srinathe Janaki Nathe Aveda Paramatmani Tathapi Rama Kamalrochana Mama Sarvasya Jivana. Ramchandra is my heart and soul. Sadhak always will be nishtha and with his Sita-devi. So now coming is a Hanuman is called Premik Bhakta. Then comes Prem par Bhakta, fourth. Prema par Bhakta. They got Pandavas. Yudhishthira, Bhim, Arjuna, Nakul, Sahadev, Draupadi, Kunti. They are called Prema par Bhakta, the devotee of Lord. For this regard, Lord Krishna always staying in their house. Krishna, when Draupadi, he calls out the name of Krishna. Then Krishna, he appears. There are so many Leelas. Once Durvasa Rishi came in her cottage. Durvasa Rishi came with his 60,000 disciples. How many?
60,000.
60,000 disciples. Understand? And that time, over midday. That time Draupadi, she also took prasad because she had one mystic bowl. Before she took prasad, she can manifest many prasad, everyone can eat. If the 1,000 millions people will come, she will feed to everyone. But after taking her prasad and wash that the bowl, that bowl will not manifest anything. So Durvasa Rishi, he came in the cottage of Pandavas. That time, midnight, over midnight, midday. And Durvasa Rishi is very angry Maharaj. You understand? Very angry. If it is little bit your fault, then he will give cars to you and transfer in ashes.
Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva.
Is the incarnation, also Shiva is there. Durvasa Rishi. Very angry Maharaj. What Maharaj?
Angry.
That time Durvasa Rishi asked, "Hey Yudhishthira, now I have come with my 60,000 disciples. I have to take prasad. And prepare my nice prasadam." Understand? And he gave, what is called? Nice?
Menu. List.
List, big list. Understand?
A list of things to prepare, to eat.
You understand? Many kinds of preparation. Not only atpas, khichdi. You have to prepare many kinds of preparation. Laddu, kachaudi, you understand? Mohan bhog, sweet rice, rasmalai, jalebi. If I tell you so much
Saliva
dropping from your mouth. Rice, dal, sabji, halwa, paneer sabji. And just I'm coming back, taking bath, the river. Then Durvasa Rishi left to taking bath. Then Yudhishthira Maharaj, he asked to Draupadi, "Hey Draupadi, what will do now?" Draupadi, she told, "Already I took prasad and also cleaned the pot. What will do now?" Then Draupadi, she thinking, what will do now? Cry. Soon Durvasa Rishi will come back and ask prasad. You cannot give prasad, then he will give cars to us. If today all we die. Then Draupadi she hold her hands and remember to Krishna. Govinda Damo Dharma Daveti Govinda Damo Dharma Daveti Govinda Damo Dharma Huh? That time no telephone, no mobile, but still message
Reached.
reaching. Now you are giving the text.
SMS.
What is it called?
SMS.
SMS.
Message.
But that time nothing. But SMS coming in where?
Dwarkapur.
Dwarkapuri. At that time Krishna just took prasad and going to take rest in the palace of Rukmini. Now Krishna stood up from his bed and Krishna then Rukmini told, what happened? Oh my husband, please take rest. But now my pure devotee is calling, I have to go. Then Krishna arrived in the cottage of Draupadi. And Draupadi, she told, hey Krishna, hey Govinda, please, Seva. Then Krishna told Draupadi, I am very hungry. Then Draupadi cried and shedding tears. Hey Govinda, you know, you are Antarjami. Antarjami is one who knows the
Heart of all the living entities.
heart of all the living. Durvasa Rishi had come with his, how many disciples?
60,000.
60,000. Not only 1, 2, 3. What will do now? Already I took prasad and clean that bowl. What? Then Krishna told, hey Draupadi, don't worry, give me that bowl. Well, already I cleaned, Draupadi she told. Well, give me that bowl. Then Draupadi, she gave that the bowl. Then Draupadi, Krishna, he saw on the small, what is it called? Spinach in there. Then Krishna just with his nail and rubbed this and took and gave me 1 glass of water. Then Draupadi, she gave 1 glass of water and Krishna drank the water and that shakti. And she said, oh, triptasmi, 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 I am satisfied. Or here Durvasa Rishi, after taking bath in the river, then he thinking, I have to chant my Gayatri mantra. Gayatri mantra. Close his eyes and chant Gayatri mantra. Then all his disciples also chanted Gayatri mantra. Then all this was good. Our stomach completely what? Full. And we ate many kinds of preparation. All what is called menu.
Menu, on the menu.
Menu and same. And also
Burping. Burping.
what is called?
Burp.
Desserts.
No, dear.
It's burping. Belching.
So Gurudev, what happened? Durvasa Rishi, yes, also I am same also. My stomach completely what? Full. And in the meantime, Krishna told him, now prasad completely prepared. You should go and call to Durvasa. Then Bhim took his cloth, Gada, and Bhim is coming. When Bhim is coming, Durvasa is, oh my God, what do you do now? If I will not go, taking prasad to Draupadi, then Bhim, he will be a Vitali Vichidata. Then Durvasa and all disciples of Gurudev, what will do now? We have no place to eat anything. Completely what? Full. There is no place to take Hajmala. Hajmala, understand? Hajmala?
Hajmola.
Digesting tablet. You know, if you too much eat, but some you, then you have to take that kind of. We have completely. What we do now? That Bhim is coming, and Bhim is very powerful. You understand? He is an incarnation of Vayu Avatar. Also, Hanumanji, also inside Bhima. What we do? Then all the disciples, they all ran away. And Durvasa is thinking, oh my God, if him is coming towards me also, what will do now? Then Durvasa Rishi with his joke process, then also he ran away. Uddhava-Pyari, Lila. So I am singing because Lord Krishna always is staying in the palace of Pandavas. Juvam Niloke Vatavuri Bhaga. Srimad Bhagavatam gives evidence. Sukadeva Goswami Pad told, Hey Maharaj Parikshit, Krishna always remained in the palace of Pandavas. Because they have love and affection. You want to live? Where do you want to live? Where do you live? Who loves you? Because Pandavas, they have so much love and affection with Krishna. If there any problem will come, they are calling Govinda Damo Dharma Daveti Govinda Damo Dharma Daveti Govinda Damo Dharma Daveti Govinda Damo Dharma Daveti Hey Krishna Hey Yadava Hey Sakhi Govinda Damo Dharma Daveti. So Pandavas, they are called Prematura. Hanuman is called Premi Bhakta, and Pandavas, they are called Prema for Bhaktas. Then fifth, Prematura Bhakta. Always hankari, how to attain the highest praying. Always hankari, how to attain the highest prem of Vraja prem. That is called Uddhava. Uddhava, very nearest and dearest friend of Krishna. For this regard, Krishna sent to Uddhava in Vraj. Kachchaddam Vrajesomam Pratimam Pradivabha Madvyonam Opinam Mat Sandesavai Vimorcha. Krishna told to Uddhava, Hey Uddhava, you have to go Vrindavan and give my message of my parents, Nanda Jasoda, and especially give my message to my beloved gopis. Gacchuddam Vrajesomam Pratimam Pradivabha Madvyonam Opi Gopina Mat Sandesakoi Vimorcha. In this way he specified the gopis. So Uddhava, he came in Vraj, Mathura to Vrindavan. But when Uddhava, he came in Vrindavan, he saw Vrajavasis, the residents of Vraj, Vrajavasis, how they have love and affection with Krishna. This, so many kathas is there. That is called Uddhava Sandesh. Sandesh, understand? Sandesh means message. And Uddhava, he brought this message from Mathura to Vrindavan. And Guru Govinda Goswami Maharaj, he wrote this Grantha. Vraj, Mathura meets with Vrindavan. Nice Grantha. Uddhava, he saw how Vrajavasis, they have love and affection with Krishna. Actually, that is called bhramara-gita. You understand? Bhramara-gita. Srimati Radhika, she completely Dibbonmadhi.
Transcendental madness.
Transcendental madness and bewilderment with Krishna. Uddhava, he saw Srimati Radhika's transcendental madness. A few days, we also discussed this katha, bhramara-gita katha, the song of the bumblebee. It's very Jalpa, Jalpa, Sujalpa, Pratijalpa, Vijalpa. 10 verses. And Srimati Radhika, she expressed her mood, bhav. Uddhava saw these things. Very high level katha. Not ordinary katha. Divya-Unmadini Srimati Radharani. Actually, original Radha, that is called Vrshabhanu-nandini Srimati Radhika. Understand? Who is original Radha? Original Radha?
Vrshabhanu-nandini.
The daughter of Vrshabhanu Maharaj. She always remains with Krishna. Always she remains with Krishna. She never separated with Krishna. Where is Krishna? There is Radha. Jatra jatra Radha, tatra tatra Krishna. Or jatra jatra Krishna, tatra tatra Radha. Where is Krishna? There is Radha. Or where is Radha? There is Krishna. Radha Krishna eko hi swarup. Lila ros asadite dhare dui rup. Radha Krishna is one. But when Krishna performs Lila, that time manifest two forms. That is called Radha and Krishna. Shakti, Shakti Mato Dayu Avida. Krishna is called shaktiman. Or Srimati Radhika, she is called Shakti. Radha Purna Shakti or Krishna Purna Shaktiman. Dui vastu ved nahi shastriya praman. Chaitanya Chaitanya. Srimati Radhika, she is called complete Shakti. Purna Shakti. Shakti means potency. Or Krishna is called Shaktiman. Shaktiman?
Possessor of all the potencies.
But there are no difference. Shakti, Shaktiman. As like fire and the heat of the fire. You cannot separate fire and heat of the fire. Agni, Agni Daika Shakti. Mriga, Kosturi and Mrigamat. Kosturi,
Musk.
And the
Musk. It's the fragrance of the musk.
fragrance of staying together. In the same way, Radha and Krishna always staying together. Where is Radha? There is Krishna. Where is Krishna? There is Radha. Radha Krishna eko hi swarup. One form, but manifested two forms. When Krishna is thinking, I will perform, so it will Lila. So saying Radha Krishna eko hi swarup, Lila ras asadite dhare dui rup. Krishna Purna Shaktiman, Radha Purna Shakti, dui buddhi vastu ved nahi shastrira praman. The scriptures always giving this evidence. There are no difference, Shakti and Shaktiman. So Vrshabhanu-nandini Srimati Radhika, the daughter of Vrshabhanu Maharaj. Vrshabhanu-nandini Srimati Radhika always she remains with Krishna. But Srimati Radhika, Vrshabhanu-nandini Srimati Radhika's two extensions. Prakash. One is called Samyogini Radha, another is called Viyogini Radha. Samyogini Radha, she met with Krishna in Kurukshetra. Srimad Bhagavatam Sukdev Goswami Pad told to Parikshit Maharaj about Kurukshetra Lila Katha. At the time of what is called solar eclipse. That time Krishna and with his queens, 16,108 queens, and all the Dwarkavasis, they also came in Kurukshetra, and the place of Samanta Panchak. What is his name?
Samanta Panchak.
That time was very super excellent, auspicious time also. Even many Muni, Rishis, they also came, and they met with Krishna. Even Dwarka, what is called? The residents of Vrindavan, Hastinapur, Pandavas, Yudhishthira, Bhim, Arjun, Nakul, Sahdev, Kunti, all they met with Krishna. And also Srimati Radhika, she came. But which Radhika? That is called Samyogini Radha. That Radha. Or another Radha, I told, what is the name? Viyogini Radha. When Krishna left Vrindavan to Mathura, that time Srimati Radhika, she felt pang of separation from Krishna. And day and night she was crying. And she completely was bewildered. Dibba-Madini turns into madness. Then she came in Uddhava-Pyari. Then Uddhava came and Uddhava saw Srimati Radhika's that kinds of transcendental madness. Now one black bee just tried to sit on the lotus feet of Srimati Radhika. Then Srimati Radhika, she is thinking, Krishna sent me his one messenger to pacify my man. So Srimati Radhika, she is thinking, this black bee is like the messenger of Krishna. Or otherwise, Vishwanath Chakrabarti Pada explained, actually that black bee is also non-different from Krishna. Krishna himself, he came in the form of black bee and tried to sit on the lotus feet of Srimati Radhika. And same time Uddhava came. Uddhava saw Srimati Radhika these types of transcendental madness. When Srimati Radhika, she saw again and again the black bee try to sit on the lotus feet of Srimati Radhika. Then Srimati Radhika, she became very angry. Then she recited 10 verses. That is called bhramara-gita. The song of Bamboo. Madhupo kito bandho ma pisrangi. Madhupo kito bandho. Kito means the friend of cheater. The friend of cheater. That means is what? Madhupa means black bee. Black bee also cheater. Black bee, he goes one flowers to another flower. Not collecting honey, but little bit honey and going another to another. So in this Srimati Radhika, she also chastised this one. Madhupa kitava bandhu, the friend of big cheater. Don't touch my lotus feet. Because your qualification and Krishna's qualification same. You can make friendship with someone with your same qualification. This one. To qualification with whom? According to your own level. So in the same way, Srimati Radhika, she says, hey, black bee, you are big cheater. And you are the friend of big cheater, Krishna. Krishna also big cheater. Madhupakitapa bandhu ma pisrangi. You should not touch my lotus feet. These types of, who can use this word to Krishna? Lakshmi-devi, she can't use this word to her husband, Narayan. In Vaikuntha. Lakshmi-devi, she can't use this word to her husband. You are cheater, you are stupid, nonsense, rascal,
Debauchee.
Unchaste. This is what. Even Sita-devi, the consort of Lord Ramachandra, Sita-devi, she cannot use this word to Ramachandra. You are stupid, nonsense, rascal, can't say. Even the queens of Dwarka, Rukmini, Saptabhama, Naganajita, Lakshmana, many queens, all they are learning scholars, all their princes, Rajkumari, they married with Krishna. They are very highly educated.
Aristocratic.
And aristocratic. But they cannot use this word, harsh word, to Krishna. Rukmini Saptama cannot. But gopis, but they easy they use this word. Vraje prasidam navanita chauram gopanganancha dukula chauram aneka janman jita papa chauram Chaurang Agragannam Purusang Namami. Bilamangal Thakur, he composed this song. Vraja present, that is called Krishna Stuti.
Most prominent.
Agragamna, Chaura Agragamna Stuti. Vraja prasiddham navanita chauram gopanganam chadukola chauram aneka janma jita papa chauram chauram agragannam purusang namami. Who can glorify to thief? Could you glorify the thief? If you see one thief who is stealing your money or anything, you glorify to him. You glorify?
And you beat him.
Beat him.
By beating him.
Understand? But here in this verse, Chaugram Agraganam Purusam Nama. Krishna is called thief. He is famous in Vraj, that is called Makhan Chor. You understand? Gurudev one book, small book, what is his name?
Makhan Chor. Butter thief.
Butter thief. Makhan Chor. Vraja prasiddham navanita chauram gopanganancha dukula chauram aneka janamar jitapapo chauram chauram agragannam purusham namam. Krishna is very famous in Vraj. Everybody called him
Makhan Chor.
Makhan Chor. He steals butter. But what is the butter? Makhan. Sanskrit word Makhan. Ma means not. No. Khan means calm. What is not lust? That is called pure love. That means Krishna, he steals pure love from the heart of the Vrajavasis. Uddhava-Pyari Lal ki jai. You understand or not? Krishna, he steals actual pure love from the heart of the Vrajavasis. But externally, he is stealing butter from the house of the Vrajavasis. That's the pure meaning is perfect meaning. What is meaning of Makhan? Makhan means, what did he say?
Not lust.
Pure love, not lust. Where is love? Krishna, he wants, give me love. This thing. Love is very essential. Who does not want love? Raise one hand. Everyone love or not? If you want dog, love. Just you give one and piece of bread, the dog will be stay in front of you and never go out from your house. And after 3 days, the dog will be say, the dog will be think, this is my master's house. There's so much love and affection. You love dog or not? Do you like dog?
Maybe dog love us more. Dog love us more. We love dog.
वो हमको ज्यादा प्रेम करते, कुत्ता हमको ज्यादा प्रेम करते.
Yes. Dog, he likes you. You cannot beat it. They will give. For this way, everybody likes you.
Yeah, dog.
If you love, he loves you. Understand or not? If you love me, I love you. This is the simple way. In this material world, who does not love? If you love, he loves you. This is the nature. Understand? But when you discuss it deeply, analyze what is the meaning of love, then another things. But the simple way, you love me, I love you. You love me, I love you. The simple way. Or what is the symptom of love? How do you know you love me? I love you. How do you know? Love, how many words? Letters?
4.
L-O-V-E. No? So how many? 4. What is the symptom of love? Smile. Smile, how many letters?
5.
5. 1 extra. What is the Lord Jagannath Dev? Look, always is there.
Big smile.
Bolo Jagannath Dev ki jai. Jagannath Dev always a smile. And in 2 hands this way. Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj, he explained, if you go to Lord Jagannath, Jagannath Puri, Lord Jagannath is calling to you. Please come, my son. He is called Padit Pavan. He is the savior of all the fallen living entities. Hey son, my come. Understand? As like parents, they always calling their
Children.
And smiling face, look. Your smile this as this way. Big mouth or not? Our mouth is very small. Well, Lord Jagannath, look. Bhai Jagannath Dev ki jai. So this is the symptom also. If you love, then automatically what? Smile will come. And if you don't like, then
Sour face.
he's saying sour face. Sour face. Laugh means this. Always keep smile. If you are written, you are written.
Keep
Always,
smiling. Keep smiling.
Keep
Keep smiling.
smile. This is it. This is it. Because this love is very essential also. So I am saying, who does not want life? Everybody wants love. For this regard we are seeking. Who will love me? Who will love me? Sometimes you are cheating or cheated. Cheating or cheated. But if you love to Lord Jagannath, you never cheated. Gaurganda Maharaj wrote this katha. You love to Lord. God is embodiment love. And love is God. God is love. God is the embodiment of divine love. Bible written. What is the meaning of God? Love, the embodiment of divine love. Love is God. God is love. Premamay Bhagavan. The same our Sanskrit words. Premamay Bhagavan. What did he say? Premamay Bhagavan. God is the embodiment of divine love. Love is pure. Pavitra. Pavitra is pure. No duplicity and no hypocrisy. That is called divine love. Other than Putana love, they are finished. Then Krishna will give heavy chastisement. Putana see also. What is called?
Pretended. Pretended.
Pretended. Oh, my son, come. I will feed my
Breast milk.
Breast, come. Krishna is thinking, okay, I know, I am Bhagavan. You know the Putanabad Lila? Putana, she came in Vraj and put some, what is called? Poison on her breast. And said by force to feed her breast to Krishna. Only 6 days baby Krishna. She is acting, pretending her Matri Bhav. No?
Motherly affection.
Motherly
affection.
But Krishna knows. Krishna is Bhagavan. Stupid nonsense. Okay, I have to touch your breast. Okay. Then Krishna just touch her very soft lips. Then Putana's life here is finished. That is called Putana Mokshan Lila. So how I am saying, because pretending love, that is another thing. But always we are expressing that is a pure love, pure bhakti, purebhakti.com. purebhakti.com. They told them. If you go Google, then everything will become purebhakti.com. All Gurudev lecture will come. Gurudev lecture will come or not? Google, just you write the Google, purebhakti.com, then you can see Gurudev Nan Goswami Maharaj. Very nice, beautiful, sweet, all lectures will come. Not only Gurudev lecture, also Guru Goswami Maharaj lecture, Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj lecture. All our Guru Parampara's lecture, you can see. So I am saying pure bhakti. Shuddha bhakti, anna vilasita swanna, jnana karmatta napritam, anukullena krishnanu silana, bhakti uttama. That is called pure devotional service to Lord. I am saying this smile. Not really. If you love someone, then automatically smiling face will come. But if you don't like, then your face will be as like an old
Sound face.
Shriveled.
old
Bengal. Aubergine. Shriveled.
Eggplant.
Shriveled.
They will be very old and maybe some holes are there. And love coming, or they Lord Jagannath. Bolo Jagannath Devi ki jai. Very smiling face or not? Loving. If you love, then automatically come. Love. So just I also explain this. Why I am saying this? Because Uddhava, he came in Vraj and he saw Vrajavasis, the residents of Vraj, how they have love and affection with Krishna. Govinda Darshan. Then Uddhava realized these things. And for this regard, Uddhava, he noticed how Durvasa-Nandini Srimati Radhika, madness Srimati Radhika used some harsh words to Krishna. Just I told, Lakshman-devi, she cannot use this word. Sita-devi, she cannot use this word. And Rukmini Satyabhama, they cannot use these words to Krishna. But Gopis, and especially Srimati Radhika, she used these harsh words. Further, Chaitanya Charitamrita very clearly explained this verse. Priya jadi man kari kara e bhatsan, vedastuti hoite mor, hare mor man. And Krishna says this verse. What is it? You know? Priya jadi man kari kara e bhatsan, vedastuti hoite mor, hare mor man. Brahma, Shiva, Narada, they are high class, exalted Vaishnavas. They are reciting many stops to your Vedas mantra. Om Tad Vishnum Paramang Padam Sada Pashanti Suraya Om Hur Huva. Many stutis are there. Many kinds of the rhythm. Rhythm understand? Udakta, Unudakta, Sarit. Vedas mantra. They are chanting and reciting. But Krishna is saying, I am not happy with these types of Vedas mantra. But when my gopis, especially Srimati Radhika, use these harsh words. What harsh word? You are stupid! Nonsense! Rascal! Or then Krishna is very happy. So saying, Priya jadi man kari kare vatsan, vedastuti hoite mor, hare mor man. Krishna says, my mind completely was stolen by the divine love of gopis. So saying, Vraje prasiddham nabanita chauram, gopanganancha dukula chauram, aneka janmar jita papa chauram, chauram agragannam purusam namami. Just to chant holy names. Then Krishna will steal all your sin, pap from your heart. Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Uddhava saw Srimati Radhika, these types of transcendental madness, Durvasa-Nandini Srimati Radhika. Then Uddhava, he became very surprised. I did not see these types of praying. in the heart of any devotee. For this regard, Uddhava again and again go down his forehead to the feet of Srimati Radhika. Just he is praying. Hey Srimati Radhika, please give me one sprinkle of your divine love. One just drop.
One
Of
particle.
prayer. Then my life will be successful. Asamo charnarenu jisamam sam vrindavane kimupi gulmo lato siddhanam ja dustya sajjana arja padam chetva bhejul mukunda padavi sutivi bimrgam. All Ved, Puran, Upanishad, they manifested their form and they are also searching the path of these types of prayer, prem path. But they did not attain these types of prayer. So saying, Shruti bhi mrigam. Shruti means Veda, Purana, Upanishad also. Shrutis. They are searching this path also. But they did not attain. Some Puranas they also get, but most of that they did not get. So the Shruti will come. Uddhava day and night crying and crying. And hankaring. He is hankaring. Has to receive one the sprinkle particle dust of lotus feet of Srimati Radhika. That is Uddhava prayer. 6 verses. Uddhava he recited. That is called Uddhava Stuti. For this regard, Uddhava is called Prematura Bhakta. Our gopis, crowns and jewels, all of the devotees of Lord. Bhakta Siro Mukut Mani. Gopis are called, what did he say? Bhakta Mukut Siromani. Crowns and jewels of all the devotees of Lord. Bolo Vrajavasis ki. So sadhu sangha means this, sir. Always have to say high class, exalted. Vrajarasik sadhu. Krishna bhakti dasabhavita mati. Kriyachan jadi katupi labbhate. Tatrapi laula mullam janma kati sukritam labbhate. You know, Rajamananda Sangbad, the conversation between Lord Rajamananda and Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Rajamananda quoted this verse. Krishna bhakti Vrshabhanu-nandini mati. Kriyatan jadi kutapi labbhate. Tatrapi laula mullam janma kati sukritam labbhate. According to Sukriti, you never attain this Vraja prema. How will you attain Vraja prema? Just pay your greed. Greed, understand? What is the greed? I have to listen Braj Katha. Taba Kathamritam Tapta Jivanam Kavi Viriritam Kalmasavapam Sravanamangalam Srimadatam Bhumi Grinanti Te Bhuridajana Tava Kathamritam Tapta Jivanam Kavi Viriritam Kalmasavapam Sravanamangalam Srimadatam Bhumi Grinanti Te Bhuridajana. Now finish my katha. Maybe tomorrow we'll discuss with you. You are all high class exalted and many years all you associate with high class exalted devotee. I know we are associated with Guru Krsna Maharaj. Srila Gurudev. Also many exalted devotees. So I am very happy with him. Bolo Srila Gurudev ki jai, jai Shri Radhe. Bolo Srila Murvalamba devotees ki jai, Western devotees ki jai, jai Shri Radhe. Prabhuji, what is his name? Mathurana Prabhu. So much love and affection with Guru Govinda Krishna Maharaj. Have you changed that one? You also associated with Guru Govinda Krishna Maharaj now. I think here many devotees, they also associated with Guru Govinda Krishna Maharaj. Gurudev told, Guru Govinda Krishna's mood, my mood is same. Understand? Why I am saying? Because you have to always associate with same mood of your Guru Bhakta. Otherwise, bhakti will be not increased. Understand? Bhakti will be what? Always increased with high class Vaishnavas. Sadhu Sangha. So just I was explaining, Sadhu Sangha means what? Different kinds of sadhus. Rasik Vaishnava. Rasik and Bhavu. Nigarma kalpataru galita phalam. Sukam khadamita drava sanjiya. Pipato bhagavata rasamalim muhuro rasika bhuvi bhavu. Rasik and Bhavu. Tomorrow we will discuss. Bolo Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki jai, jai Shri Radhe Shyam.
Jai Srila Bhaktivedanta Maharaj ki jai. Gurudev ki jai. Srila
Tomorrow what
Prabhupada
time
ki jai.
Mangalarti?
5:20.
5:20. Acha 5:20. Not 5, not 5:30.
5:20 we do Guru Ashtakam, then 5:30
Arati.
Mangala Ashtakam.
Okay, that's good. Nice. And tomorrow, are there any program? Could you announce that program?
Evening program tomorrow, Maharaj. We can come at 5 to Hari Kirtan, and you can come for
Midday? What is the program?
midday.
Let's announce it now though.
Tomorrow at Param's place. Tomorrow at 11 o'clock or 10:30.
Okay.
And then Wednesday it's Chandramukhi's Lily's place. Thursday is still open. And Friday is Dr. T's place. Morning program. Every day evening the programs will be here.
Okay. Mathuna's place, your place I will go. Nice place.
What day you come?
Any day you can call me, I will go.
One day Krishna will down.
Many years I am staying there also. Many snake, many things, no problem. You remember? In the beginning, when he came, I stayed there. Many devotees. Very nice. I like. You are living same place or not? Same cows are there or not? Different cows.
Some different guys.
Some different cows. Very nice place. Good. Nice garden. Very beautiful place.
Gurudev went also.
Gurudev also went there. Gurudev. That place is called
Tirtha.
Tirtha.
Mahatirtha.
Mahatirtha. Bola Shri Gurudev ki jai. Jai Jai Shri Radhe. Now to take prasadam. We should arrange. Nice. Good or not? I am coming here many years. More than
20.
20. No, more than 20 years.
More than 20.
25 years. And I came in 98. Understand? Myself and Prematura, I don't know. First new temple is there. Marulumba temple ki jai. Yeah. Now new face coming, many people also. But there are some. Yeah.
It's good to see.
It's good. Good or not? Jai Jai Shri Radhe.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Bol.
Haribol. Shri Radhe. Mahaprasad ki jai. Harikatha.
You have same river or not? Same Madhunath Prabhu. Same river. So I cross the river.
Now gone.
And Gurudev also crossed the river with the boat.
You can't cross anymore because big flood.
Big flood.
That's deep.
Oh.
And you can't get down the sides, you have to come other
This side.
way. Yeah.
Oh. You cannot go that side.
Not the riverside.
Or the big flood coming.
Yeah.
When?
Last
February.
6 months.
Big one.
It changed
6 months.
the banks of the rivers a lot. All the way around there.
All wide
A
up.
lot
Big,
wider
big,
now.
big.
I remember. Even night time also crossing.
No, not doing that anymore.
How many first times? Huh? Yeah. That time he was born or not?
No.
How old are you?
How old are you?
20.
20.
20. So 25 years. That time you are maybe
Not
another
good.
place.
2002 I was born.
2002 he born. Eh? That time you are maybe another place, eh? Another Brahmanda. Eh? Mahaprabhu place. Nice boy.
Very,
Jai.
Yeah.
very nice.
Many years. I was staying also her house. Eh? Yeah. Many places. Eh? I was staying many places, devotee's house. Later on. Okay, now take prasadam.
Shri Gurudev ki jai.
Jai Bolo Vrindavan
Bihari
Bihari
Lal
Lal
ki
ki
jai.